3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Hello and welcome to the next Thunderbird 2 video where we're going to be finishing all sorts today. But I just want to say before I go on, for those of you worrying that my wedding was last Saturday but I'm not wearing a ring in these videos, don't worry. All these videos are pre-recorded. I don't think anything will go wrong. I hope nothing has gone wrong with the wedding. Yeah, all these videos up until the next R2D2 video are all going to be pre-recorded, so that's why I don't have a ring in shot. Yeah, so for those of you who were worrying, I'm not sure if anyone was, but that is why. Yeah, like I say, we're going to be finishing a lot of things today. So we'll start off then with the excavator, and look at all these just great gunmetal silver parts that we're going to attach on to the excavator this time. Move all them to one side for now and bring back what we did last week. This is how it was left, looking great. Really like the windscreen still, and the black and the silver and the red. It all goes together really nicely. Now it is quite famous for having a big sticky out part here, which is what we're going to build this time. So the first parts we need are, oops, no, not those, are these parts here to make up the blade. And what you need to do is you need to make sure that this circular part fits in there when these tabs are pushed in. So you push those tabs in together like that, and you've got a circle part there, and you've got a hole on the other side. Now I'm going to glue these parts together, but as you could see just then, they do fit pretty well without glue, but just want to be secure that it's not going to fall apart on me when it's all done, because that would be super annoying. So just a bit of glue there, and just repeat what I just did. Make sure the whole side is lined up. Push the tabs in, and then you got the circle, the peg part there, and there we have the blades that cuts through rock. And yeah, just cuts through rock in the show, doesn't it? So that is that part all done. Next we have the scoop. So the scoop is made up of these two parts here. We have this part which has really nice molded detailing in. We don't need to add anything to that, which is great. And we need to hold the scoop this way for that part. And again, we've got molding detailing in this side of the scoop. And we need these two pegs here. And they just push in there like that. Oh, I say just. It's a little tight, but they do go in there. Oh, wow, what a click. And they are a little loose, but, oh, I see. So you need to hook them round. So you bring this part in and hook it round like that. That is how that part attaches. But then, of course, you need to glue it down this rim here to secure it. So I'm just going to put the glue on now, just like that, and then bring these parts, oops, round in, click, stick, and you got the scoop. We're all ready to go there. That might take a little bit of time to dry, even with this super quick drying glue. Is there meant to be a little bit of give there? No, it's just not dry yet. So I'm just going to wait for this part to dry. It didn't take long at all, and that's all dry, and it will look like this when it's all done. Now you'll see you've got a very slim hole here, especially this side, and then this one is wider. You may have guessed it, that is the way that you push in the blade. Let's just zoom out just a little bit. So we get the thin part, and we just push it through there like that, and then this should, yeah, it's just left loose there, which is a bit odd. Is there a way to attach this? Okay, I just looked ahead, and it is meant to be loose at this stage. So that pinhole goes through there, and this part just wobbles about, but we will secure that a little later on. Yeah, no, I don't know why I took that off screen, because we need it for this part, which is kind of just like a cross type shape. It just needs to be stuck down here, so I need some glue for that. Just ever so small amount of glue. That's terrible English, sorry. And then that just pops in there. The pegs go in like that. Really good fit once again. Looks very nice indeed. Now we do get sprue parts for this. The first two sprue parts you'll need are these, but make sure that you get the right side and the left side the right way around. So just be careful of that when you take them off the sprue. And when they're off the sprue, they are tiny, but they are little shock absorbers. You can see the coil there, and it has got a different end. So this one has coils all the way to the bottom, and this one has a little tab. And it's the little tab that you need to take note of, because that's, oh sorry, you attach them onto this part, I didn't say that, and you just push them into this hole there, and they'll look like that. And then you just get a bit of glue for the underside to secure it in, although this one does seem to be holding quite well, but just to be safe. Actually, just because I don't need much, I'm going to be using this glue because it is more accurate. There we go. Okay. And I showed you how to attach that one there on the left, and I've already done the right one. So those are installed now, those two shock absorbers. And with the shock absorbers on, we then attach it to the main scoop. And again, you do not use glue for this part. You've got a tab there and a tab there, and you just push one tab through that hole and another tab through there and push them together, and it moves there. You see that slight movement. Looking good. Do not glue that part. Okay, I think I've said it enough. Don't glue it. Okay, and then we get the next sprue part, which is this part here. And even though it's so small, it's still got that little bit of detail in there, which is immaculate. It's really well done. And it's got a tab at the bottom there. You see it's got a tab hole there. Not a tadpole, a tad hole. Tab hole. It just pushes in there like that. And then it goes on that very small part there like that. Yes. Yes, you can glue this part if you can. I'm just looking at the instructions there. You can, so I probably will. But you do the same for the right side. Push it into that little tab hole. Damn it. It's not wanting to go in. Which makes me think that it's going to be nice and secure when it does go in. Yeah. And then just push this hole here. Like that. On there like that. And actually this limits the movement though. Maybe that's the idea. I'm asking questions about something that it's not complete, so I'm sure it'll all make sense when it is complete. But that is the scoop all done. So I'm going to put this to one side and have a look at the rest of the excavator model this time. Or rather, I should say the next parts of the excavator, but the next parts require the scoop. So I was jumping ahead of myself there. You need to get these three parts next, and you need to have your glue on standby. The first part you'll need is this part here. You see it's got an indent circle there and a pin there, and you will attach the little circle part there and then glue it down. So I'm just going to pop a bit of glue on this part. There you go, a little bit of glue there, a bit of glue there, and then just pop that in there, and yeah, that's nice and secure. And then we get this part, oops, sorry, where's it gone? This part, which again has two tabs, which I'm just going to pop a bit of glue onto. Let's glue on tab 1. And glue on tab 2, and you just angle it this way and clip it together edge of the tabs there. It's not wanting to go in. There we go. Like that. And that is that piece all done. Then we need to attach a little bit of glue there, but do not glue this peg, okay? So we put glue on this part here. Leave that glue free. Bring this part back in. You see there's a little hole there and the hole for the blade there. So we just push that into there. Make sure it's all lined up. Okay, good. And then this part swings round and the glue will take in there. Push together just to secure everything. Yeah. And you see that that blade is now secured. Oh no, not quite. That glue hasn't set just yet. Just going to hold this here like this. And that should be enough time. Yep, the glue is set now. The blade spins and it is secure because of this new part. So that now is the scoop all done. I can move back on to the main body of the excavator, which I have here. Just put the lid on my glue and zoom out a little bit. And we are now going to attach this part, the scoop, onto the main body of the excavator. And to do that, we need to just take this part off. I'll just put it on there to keep it safe, but this is the part that we need. And obviously these three parts here have little pegs coming off them and they fit into here, so we just push them one at a time into the holes. It's a little fiddly to do this. Might take some time actually. Let me just do this off camera, be right back. And there we have that piece all on there. Make sure that you attach it with these ridged parts facing upwards and these two holes facing upwards, and then this side is just plain silver. So that is what that piece looks like. And then the next thing we need to do is get these little clip-on parts here, which one goes in this hole, one goes in that hole, and we just need to clip it onto there like that, and then push these into the hole here. Again, this is going to be a little fiddly, and I can't really see from this angle because the camera's in the way, so let me just do this off camera again. And believe me when I say that is fiddly to do. To get them both in takes a lot of time, so make sure you set time aside because it is really fiddly. And also do not glue these parts in, okay? These parts are not to be glued in. We are nearly finished on the excavator. There's only a few more things now to attach. The first one, of course, is attaching the scoop to the excavator. And you just push it into those three pins there. And, oh, actually, there is, I just noticed there is a part here which you clip on. So I would clip on to that part first. Oh heck. I don't want to knock these pins out of place, that's the problem. So let's see. That just clips on there somehow. And that goes on there like that. You can see how hard I've had to push in because I've got indents in my finger. But yeah, plugging it onto that part is quite difficult. But when it is, it goes up like that, all the way up like that, and it goes all the way down like that. And then this spins as well, which is pretty awesome. Getting all that rubbish in. But we're still not done. We've still got to take these two last parts off the sprue and attach them. And to do that, you just get your excavator and pop a little bit of glue on this little part here. Just like this. And then that goes into, it threads into this hole here. Just like that. Oh, well, it would do if I'd taken it off the sprue properly. Let's have a little indenty bit there, which has now come off. So just pop that into that hole there, and then push this bit in there like that. Oops. And then you do exactly the same for the other side. So just get this, pop a little bit of glue on it, thread it through this hole, and then oops, stick it down in there. Oh, go in a bit further like that. As the dough parts in, just again holding it a little bit more in place. And there are a couple more things we need to do on the back here. We see we've got two little holes that need to be filled in. The first one is for this mud guard, so we just put glue on the mud guard just on the edge there, and that just, I put loads of glue on, that was really stupid, but that just clips on there like that. And then that last hole is for this tank. Just got a nice little bit of red there. I presume it's some kind of water tank, but I'm not entirely sure. But that just pops. Oops. Say just. It goes. Come on. Cool. Come on. Pushes in. So this hole here, with a bit of force. Oh, blimey. Well, I've pushed it in as far as it goes, but it still leaves a little bit of a gap there, which I'm not entirely sure it's meant to be the case, but it looks like that. And then, if you remember from 2 videos ago, we had the wheels all finished. It seems like a long time ago. This is obviously the front, and this is the back. So we just get some glue, put some glue over the pegs there, and then push them into these 2 holes here. And there we have the excavator all finished. Looking really nice. A little fiddly, this one, but it looks fantastic, and I love the fact that it's got that movement there. You can go up and down. Really, really like that. And all the mud and stuff coming out of there. It looks fantastic, and it looks really nice with all the other pod vehicles as well, as you can see here. Something different. A red pod vehicle, first one of those that we've got. And I tell you, next time we're going to have a blue pod vehicle. That's all I'm going to say for now, but the next pod vehicle is blue. So I hope you will join me for that. Before then though, we've got to look at more pod parts. We are completing the pod just after the break. Okay guys, so the advert today is going to be looking at hoodies. Thunderbird 1, 2 and 3 hoodies are available, but now available for pre-order are Thunderbird 4 and 5 hoodies as well. So if you want to get the whole collection of Thunderbird hoodies, now is the time to do it. Go over to the Jerry Anderson official store and get your hands on those 5 hoodies today. They are exclusive to the store, so you won't get them anywhere else. Also, don't forget that the Stingray hoodie is available as well. Follow the links down below to go get your hoodies today, and in doing so you support the channel as well. So what are you waiting for? Go and check out the Jerry Anderson official store today. Hello and welcome back, and you may have guessed it, to complete the pod we need to put the green backing onto this part, which we finished off last week. It still looks really, really good. The attention to detail is fantastic. The colours look great. It's really, really, really nice. I'm very, very happy with how all of this came out. But it is missing its green backing. So just like we did last time with this one, if you remember, we've got the interior there, then we attached a lot of glue onto the green backing to stick it down, but it is really stuck down because we used way too much glue. Here's the green backing that we get this time. So once again, I'm going to cover it with glue, not as much this time, but I just want to make sure that it does all stick. Oh, there's no glue coming out at all now. There we go. So I'm using the old Thunderbird 2 glue there just to cover it, and then I'm getting the Loctite glue for the 2 pegs, one there and one there, and then spreading that about a bit as well just to make it really secure. And then we get the interior and we just plonk it down in the recesses. It will naturally fit. If you slide it along, eventually it will fit. And that is that part all done. But that isn't the only part that we are doing for the pod this time. Like I said, we are completing the pod this time, and the pod needs a roof. Now, I have got a bit of, that happened last week as well. I thought it was a bit of glue, but it wasn't. It's just a bit of white, which was weird. So we got the top of the pod here, which is exactly the same green backing as we've just done, and we got the interior. And you see all of these holes here, they are going to be filled with extra add-on parts, which I'm going to look at now. That's a joke. They are not. They are just holes. Don't really know why they're just holes. They must have their reasons. It must be designed like that. But no, they're just holes. There's nothing to put in here. The top of the pod is just this grey part with holes. So what we need to do is get the glue again and spread glue all over the top here. Just like that. And then I'm going to get the Loctite glue, but there's no pegs either. So I'm just going to just put a few drops of the Loctite just so it sets. I know there's people probably screaming at me for doing it this way, but that's just the way I'm doing it. And then, because there's no pegs, you really just need to make sure that it's all pushed down in position. Just really take your time and really push it down so that it stays in place. It all clicks in place, so it doesn't slide away. Things like that. Eventually that Loctite glue will start to take hold and keep it all in place while this other glue, the Revel glue, sets it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much done. That is that in place. It is coming off actually, so I'm just going to give this a couple of moments just to set. And once it is all set, we have the 3 parts of the pod complete. So we just need to attach them now onto the pod. Now they're not attached to be permanently attached, obviously. They are designed to come off so that we can see this gorgeous interior. Mine needs a dust. But yeah, so they are designed to come apart, and I just want to have a quick look at the interior. Looks very, very nice. Thanks once again, Dan Griffin, for giving me that spare back panel. There's no gash on it, and for straightening out these spines. It's really useful now, actually, straight spines, because if I just zoom out, that is the first part we're going to attach. So we need to get this pod wall, the ones with the sticking out part, and we just push it into the back there. And I'll probably show you, there's little holes there. They correspond to little tabs on the spines. You can see one there and one there. And you just need to tab them all in to hold that pod wall in place, like that. And then we get the other pod wall, and there's no tabs to attach this one. So this just places on there like that. And then you just get the top and plop it down. Oh, the other way around. On top like that. And we have a completed pod. Look at that. I can't zoom out any further, but look at that. Oh my word, our first completed pod. Looks absolutely stunning. And these seam lines are quite seamless, it has to be said. You know, they're obviously there, but it goes in with the design of Thunderbird 2 very nicely. And we can open up the back. See inside the back there, and more importantly, the front can be opened to let all manner of pod vehicles out. So elevator cars, for example, that can pop in there like that. Let's pop in elevator car, and because we finished it today, let's pop in the excavator. I wonder if it'll fit with the elevator car. It won't. Why not? Let's have a little look inside the pod and find out. That's why it's really pushing it away. So if we move the excavator out of the way and we roll out the elevator car and put the excavator in, you see it's all in there. So we just pop the walls back around. I'm just playing now. You're just watching a grown man in his 30s have a play. That's what you're watching. This is what you're spending your hard-earned YouTube time watching. And there's the excavator rolling about in there. But if we just gently coax him through, door comes down, excavator comes out of the completed pod. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really like it. It is quite... it's not heavy. It's not as heavy as the DeLorean, but it is more weighty than I thought it would be. It goes together really well. All the greens match, which is great. And I'm looking forward to putting this into the body of Thunderbird 2. I'm just looking around to see if I can put it in now, but I'm not going to get the body out just yet because next week we're going to be doing some work on the main frame of Thunderbird 2. We haven't looked at that for weeks, so we are looking back at that this time. I'm going to put the pod there, and then this Thunderbird 2 will come down and drop off its pod. It might have done already, and then I'm going to put the excavator there on top as a nice little final shot. I'm very excited. Can you not tell? I'm really quite happy that we've got our first pod sorted. And the best thing is, this isn't the only pod we get to do. But I'm going to ruin it if I keep talking. I'm just going to leave it here. So, guys, until next time, I hope you have a good week. Take care. FAB. Bye-bye. I just want to thank my patrons John Medney, Jay Felschenbauer, Tom Butcher, Jerry Wilson, Omar Khan, Gary Lewis, Simon Edwards, John Dunseith, Glenn Philo, Andrew Woods, Fabio Gugel, Simon Dunn, Brick Bardo, Thomas Parker, David Cunningham, Mark Frampton, Louis Pays, Terry Schwanditz, Donovan Asmawid Jaja, James Brown Jr., the Mittotonic University Podcast, Dave Westbury, Michael Chambers, Marcus Simon, Vince Steele, Savigny Barrett, and Flash. Without you guys, this video would not have been possible and this channel would be dead, so thank you very much.